What's going on YouTube? Six3 here. In this video I'm going to show you the 3 best ways to use Torque when playing Call of Duty Black Ops 4 multiplayer. Torque is a very unique specialist because he has the power to change the entire flow of the game by altering where players can and cannot move throughout the map, potentially creating significant choke points to better manage your opponents. The first and most obvious way to use Torque's abilities would be to physically block doorways and paths in the map. This is really the only way the barbed wire can be used, since it will only cause damage if the player is actually touching it. If possible, you'll want to place the barbed wire in a position so that if opponents decide they do want to shoot the barbed wire and destroy it, they will have to expose themselves so that you can shoot them. Meanwhile, Torque's shield is not only wide enough to block most entrances and tall enough to protect your body from a distance, but it releases energy from the front, which will both slow and damage opponents who get too close and kill them quite quickly. The benefit of physically blocking an entrance is that it's an immediate deterrent to an opponent who will likely find another route instead of wasting their time trying to dismantle your shield, and it's one less direction that you need to cover for yourself. If in objective games like Hardpoint, if you're able to get to the next point before everyone else, you can have all your barriers set up ahead of time and you can hold off the opposing team almost by yourself for some time while your teammates relocate to your position. When playing as Torque, since your abilities need to be used in specific locations, especially in objective games, I usually like to use a submachine gun or an assault rifle with a high rate of fire like the Vepr, since you'll be getting up close and personal to your opponents with the specialist. The second way to use Torque's abilities would be not to physically block an entrance with the shield, but angle it in a way so that when an opponent goes through a door, they are immediately too close to the shield and will be killed. Blocking off one path with barbed wire can funnel opponents to another where your shield will be waiting to melt them. This will make an entrance look like it's viable, and if a player is running, as most players do when not in combat, by the time they realize they are too close, it will be too late. This would probably be the preferred method in a Slayer game type, since spawns can be more sporadic and there is not one singular spot on a map your opponent needs to get to, so you would see more benefit from killing a player who is unsuspectingly going through a doorway than blocking off a lane of the map. The downside of using this method is that since the doorway is not physically blocked, opponents can still shoot through from a distance, potentially leaving you exposed. In addition, placing the shield right in the middle of an objective zone can make it difficult for opponents to capture it in general, and make maneuvering within the objective difficult and expose themselves to being overtaken. I should mention that the barbed wire takes 3 to 4 clips from a rifle to destroy, or 1 rocket, and the shield will break down in individual pieces if shot at from a gun, or you can destroy it with 2 rockets. And lastly, whether you are using the shield in an objective or a Slayer game type, most players, if they are able to damage you, will chase you to finish a kill for at least a short amount of time. Whether you have just placed a shield or it's left over and still somewhere on the map, leading players to it, especially if they have their own specialist ability out, can be an easy way to get a kill. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something today, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know how you like to use Torque in the comments below. See you next time.